Welcome to this special edition of MCC Connects. In this episode, we're going to highlight some of the short videos that were produced during the year by Middlesex Community College in celebration of several different programs. We begin with the celebration of our Lowell campus's 25th anniversary. Middlesex Community College's Lowell campus turns 25. In the beginning, no funding, no building, no students.
We all received a memorandum from President Houlihan at the time, and I remember that the subject line was Opportunity in Lowell.
That was the state of the MCC's Lowell campus in March of 1987, when President James E. Houlihan Jr. hired the first Lowell campus employee, Molly Sheehy. While plans had been made and many of the pieces were in place, nothing about this major new endeavor was final.
I was hired to do some outreach work for the college, and I remember the first day I arrived at Warner-Lancet. I was sent to an empty room. About an hour after I got there, a desk and a chair arrived, and later a telephone. Tom Grew, who worked at the college at the time, brought the phone in, plugged it in, and said, "Good luck," and walked out. And I sort of said, well, what next? But my job was to reach out to our community, make sure they were aware that the college was coming to Lowell.
It was Sheehy's job to help shepherd the Lowell campus into being. Now Dean of the Lowell campus, Sheehy and a core group of 10 staff members worked long and hard over the next 6 months to get MCC's second campus up and running. The college was prepared to rent temporary space in Lowell's Warner-Lancet Mills building, but state funding wasn't secured until early July. Once the lease was signed, construction crews had only 6 weeks to convert the wide open space in the former mill building into classrooms and offices. Plus, courses and faculty needed to be scheduled and students recruited and enrolled. Somehow it all came together. By September 1987, almost 400 students entered the doors of MCC's new Lowell campus.
We were welcomed in many, many different ways. I remember vividly, as if it was yesterday, driving down Merrimack Street with a huge banner across the city that said, "Welcome to Lowell Middlesex Community College." We felt that the whole city came out for us. The National Park welcomed us. We took trolley car rides and canal rides.
In 1990, Middlesex acquired the former Wayne Corporate Education Center at 33 Kearny Square. Under the direction of Carol Cowan, MCC's third president, the college opened its permanent Lowell campus in its main city building in 1991. Since its founding in 1970, MCC's health careers programs have been among its strongest and most popular programs of study. Originally housed on the Bedford campus at the Veterans Administration Hospital, the college's nursing and dental programs were also outgrowing their quarters and sorely needed modern classrooms and laboratories.
The dental and program that was down in Bedford really needed to relocate. The space that they had at the VA was very inadequate.
The college expanded the Lowell campus by opening the $8.5 million Health, Science, and Technology Center. The facility is home to the MCC Dental Hygiene Clinic, as well as health and science classrooms and labs. MCC's historic Federal Building, located across from the City Building, was acquired from the federal government in 1995. With its impressive 3-story granite exterior, Doric facade, and tall arched windows, the Federal Building is the jewel of MCC's Lowell campus. The structure was built in 1930 and housed a variety of federal agencies over the years. Long empty, the 40,000 square foot facility was beautifully renovated over a period of almost 2 years at a cost of $11 million. Opened in 2004, MCC's Federal Building houses the Lowell Campus Library, classrooms, community meeting rooms, and faculty office space. Over the past 25 years, Lowell campus enrollment has grown to more than 5,000 credit students, and the campus now includes 9 buildings in and around Kearny Square. The Merrimack Building, across the canal from the City Building, houses the Lowell Campus Student Lounge and the MCC Theater. In 1993, the MCC Foundation acquired the historic John Nesmith House, located at 229 Andover Street in Lowell. Built in 1843 for John and Harriet Nesmith, the 22-room Greek Revival Regency Mansion reflects the splendor of the era when Lowell was home to some of America's first captains of industry. Beautifully restored with period furnishings and landscaping, the property opened in 1994 for college and community use. In 2008, MCC acquired the Boston and Maine Railroad Depot. Built in 1876 and considered a Lowell landmark, the building's exterior was renovated by the Lowell National Historical Park, who transferred ownership to the college.
I've been here 20 years. I'm not so sure I'll be here 25 more. But in the 20 years I have been here, nothing stands still. We've been moving on one front or another. The next large thing that we've got downtown, of course, is the Boston and Maine. In the Boston and Maine, we've got through the study, we're getting ready to move into design, and a few years down the road, we'll have another beautiful building right in the heart of downtown that restored a significant asset and landmark for the city. And from there, who knows? We're the largest county in the Commonwealth with regard to population. I expect the college to continue to grow. The value that you receive at a community college is second to none. I mean, students come, they get a wonderful education, they can go right out to the workforce, or they can transfer, as many of them do, over to the university, get a 4-year degree. It's a great place to start an education, great place to get trained, great place to brush up on skills. So I see Middlesex continuing to grow and respond to the needs in the community, and 25 years from now, it'll probably be bigger than it is right now.
Middlesex Community College is a great place to begin your future. With more than 75 degree and certificate programs and hundreds of non-credit courses, Middlesex can help you earn a degree, start a bachelor's degree, or upgrade your skills. And their schedule fits your schedule. They offer classes during the day, evening, and weekends on campus and online. Middlesex Community College, a great place to begin your future. To learn more, visit middlesex.mass.edu.
In 2013, Middlesex Community College's Service Learning Program celebrated its 20th anniversary. A commemorative video was produced to capture the history. Service Learning at Middlesex Community College celebrates 20 years of connecting the classroom to the community. Service Learning is a credit-bearing educational experience in which students participate in an organized service activity that meets identified community needs and then reflect on the service activity.
Service learning is a beneficial learning strategy for a multitude of reasons. On the two most basic levels is it increases student learning and allows the community to have identified community needs met.
Combining service with learning allows students to gain further understanding of the course content, a broader appreciation of the discipline, and an enhanced sense of civic responsibility.
Service learning at Middlesex Community College began in 1992 when 4 of us began at Middlesex, and I think it's very exciting because at that time service learning was really quite new in the nation, and Middlesex was one of the pioneers, so we all felt very excited about it.
What has happened with the service learning program over the last 20 years is that it's become an integral part of the curriculum at Middlesex Community College. Where it started in the social science division, now it's in all divisions of the college. So faculty from many, many disciplines get involved, and students, no matter what courses they're in, have an opportunity to participate. So it really has been integrated fully into the college curriculum.
Service learning was incorporated into the college's International Education Fellowships program, and students completed service trips to Peru and Ireland. And in recognition of the high value MCC places on service learning as an effective learning strategy, students began receiving a service learning designation on their academic transcript in 2006.
I was fortunate enough to take part in an international component of service learning when I had worked with the children inside of Belfast in Ireland during a post-war generation. We were basically just engaging and mentoring with the young children. That was very transformative for me because not only did it entail a hands-on experience and working with young people that are, you definitely want their attention and their affection, but just the experience itself was out of country.
When students are engaged in service learning and then they come back into the classroom, the class discussion is taken to a higher level. I just left the classroom and we were discussing gender, and I asked the students to think about their service sites and what kinds of examples they could give about gender. And I have students that are at the Bereka House of Correction, and they're talking about gender and the fact that you see more males working sort of in the custody line of things and the security, and you see more females working in the areas of human services or teaching. They bring real life learning to the classroom. They listen to each other.
Right now I have 8 students who work for me who started here as service learnings. So it really gives us the opportunity to see somebody in action. And then when we have really strong service learners, obviously I offer them a job because you see what they're like, you see what their personalities are, and you see how they are with the children. So a lot of the students have gone from being volunteers to being, group leaders helping out at the after-school programs, and right now I have 3 of them who are site coordinators, so they're in charge of one of the after-school programs.
There have been a lot of success stories with students at Middlesex working at Lowell National Historical Park. Some of the more memorable stories have included a young woman that had never asked her Cambodian aunt and uncle about being in a refugee camp and what that experience was like. And through this program, she conducted an oral history and was able to ask those questions that she hadn't quite thought about before, and it spurred a new relationship with her aunt and uncle, and she could ask them more questions about their experience and why they came to America, because she had a similar experience as well.
The most vital thing is to have good current information, and so I'm limited in how many artists I can contact in the community. I wanted something that actually gave value to the students as well as to mill number 5. And so sending them out to get the freshest information and also their personal reactions to the work gave me a large range of information.
Middlesex Community College has identified 6 institutional student learning outcomes, skills that we want all students to have as they enter the workforce or as they transfer to a 4-year institution. I can't think of a better way for students to have an opportunity to practice those skills than through our service learning program. Students have an opportunity to advance their work in oral and written communication, critical thinking and creative thinking that's part of the problem solving that they'll need, team-based activities that help them learn how to work in a group, a sense of multicultural and global awareness because they'll work with a variety of different populations, and many of our service learning programs are actually in other countries. And also give students the personal and professional satisfaction that comes when you get to develop skills around personal and professional development, the kinds of skills that employers want to see in the workplace. And there's a dedication and a loyalty and a sense of citizenship that is developed through service learning that I think only happens through an experience like a service learning activity.
When established in 1992, the Middlesex Community College Service Learning Program offered 5 courses with 48 students, totaling 686 hours. Today, there are over 80 courses offered, with 850 students participating, totaling over 18,000 service hours completed annually.
We hear from students all the time that their involvement in a certain service learning project helped them decide what they really wanted to do with their lives professionally. If they had exposure to a nonprofit agency, they really saw that maybe that's where they wanted to spend their professional life. If maybe they wanted to be an accountant in that kind of an agency, or maybe they wanted to become a social worker because they saw the need. Maybe they wanted to become an attorney to represent clients that they felt were underserved. So we really hear from students all the time that service learning experiences help them in deciding what definitely they want to do for their career choices.
For 20 years, students from Middlesex Community College have been able to learn through service thanks to the generous support of community partners and the dedication of faculty and staff.
Middlesex Community College is a great place to begin your future. With more than 75 degree and certificate programs and hundreds of non-credit courses, Middlesex can help you earn a degree, start a bachelor's degree, or upgrade your skills. And their schedule fits your schedule. They offer classes during the day, evening, and weekends on campus and online. Middlesex Community College, a great place to begin your future. To learn more, visit middlesex.mass.edu.
Middlesex Community College's yearly feature presentation is its Celebrity Forum. This year, they welcomed former First Lady Laura Bush and her daughter, Jenna Bush Hager. This year's celebration was its 15th anniversary, and a commemorative video was done to celebrate.
15 years ago, the foundation board was looking for a high-profile event that would really become the signature event for the foundation.
Celebrity Forum actually was a search for a better idea. We had a bunch of golf tournaments and things that we ran, so the Celebrity Forum was an outgrowth of conversation at a board meeting to say, look, let's try this. Let's try something a little different.
The purpose behind the event was to raise scholarship money so that the event would build the college's endowment. And every year, as part of that event now, what we have done is recognized a core group of students who are awarded Celebrity Forum scholarships.
like to thank the sponsors. TJX has been there right from the beginning. I think finally the value of community colleges are going to be recognized, and we're going to shine. Middlesex is going to shine.
One of the questions that comes up each and every year, right after the celebrity forum is over, the question is, who are we having next year, and how are you going to do it better next year than you did it this year? That's a tough question, and it seems to get tougher each and every year. I am certainly pleased that we have such a hardworking staff at the college, starting with Jay Lenahan, Dennis Malvers, and everybody else who's involved in the process of putting on the celebrity forum. As I look out in the audience tonight, there are a number of long-term sponsors sitting in the audience. And in particular, we're certainly thankful to TJX for their continuing sponsorship during all 15 years. Many of you in the audience have been here for most of the 15 years, and we thank you all for your participation.
Thank you for joining me for this special edition of MCC Connects. I hope you've enjoyed it.